Today on the Daily Songwriter, I'm gonna help you find your own original songwriting voice by ruthlessly stealing from your musical heroes. Let's do the thing. Hello, I am MLY and welcome to the Daily Songwriter, the channel where we look for every way to make music every single day. We are going to go through an extremely valuable exercise that will help you better understand and therefore be inspired by the musical elements that make you fall in love with the songs that you got on repeat. In doing so, we'll actually find ourselves becoming more original in our approach to songwriting. What is your idea of originality? Do you think that every single element of every single song that you write has to be the first of its kind? That you have to be the first to use that particular chord progression or that little melodic fragment? If that's you, you're not alone, and all I've got to say is good luck. Music has actually been around a lot longer than you and I. Trying to ensure every single song is wholly original is actually nearly impossible. In fact, a lot of the musical ideas that you're already coming up with are inspired by the music that you've been listening to your whole life. You just don't realize it. But that doesn't mean that you can't be original. I'm actually here to argue that your originality comes from taking everything that you've learned from all of your favorite artists and filtering it through your lens. You might have heard some variation of the quote, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." Some variation of this quote has been said at various times throughout history by really great creative minds. Pablo Picasso, Igor Stravinsky, no big deal. So you really should give it some consideration. But stealing doesn't really mean stealing, right? We can't just copy someone's song and then put it out with our name on it. Well, no. Remember, music is a language just like the English language. And musical elements are in the public domain, just like words are in the dictionary. However, the unique combination and formation of those musical elements is what makes an original work. Stealing doesn't mean copying. I want you to remember these two words: inspiration, transformation. The thing is, you're already original. There is no other you. You see the world through a unique lens that nobody else sees it exactly the same way. So to show originality in your music, all I'm asking you to do is to take these inspirations, take these little tidbits from your heroes, because they're teaching us, right? And put it through your unique lens, through your unique filter. Every one of your favorite songs has something you love about it, and sometimes you just can't quite put your thumb on it. This can be a chord progression, a song structure, a descending bass line, maybe a melodic shape. There's so many elements to the songs that we love. We're just gonna slow down and figure out what you love about this particular song. I'm gonna take you through an exercise where we dice that song up into tiny little pieces, figure out exactly what it is that you love about it, take that, and use it to inspire your next original work. I'm going to do that with you today with the song "I'll Be There" by Jess Glynn. I want you to be able to follow along with the song analysis worksheet that I threw together, so please go down into the description and get the link to that, get that pulled up so we can go through this together. I also like to listen to the song with the lyrics in front of me. That way you can get a real full look at every angle of the song while you're analyzing it. As you're following along, I'd love to know if you notice anything that I missed. Please let me know in the comments. Any of the song elements that stood out to you, anything that really kind of popped off the page or out of the headphones. Now you can see I've already filled out some of the finer details. These you can really easily find online if you want to get a head start. It'll also give you the key that it's in. You can also pull up a metronome. My favorite metronome is the Tempo app, and you can tap along with the song, tap the tempo in, and it'll key in to what the tempo is for that song. So let's start with the first verse.
And all the tears are rolling down your face, and it feels like yours was the only heart to break. When you come back home and all the lights are out, and you're getting used to no one else being around.
So a couple things I immediately notice in this first verse. First off, she doesn't change chords. She actually just plays one chord and just sings over that for 8 measures. It's probably a unique element that I'd want to take away and try to play with on my own. What did you notice about the melody? I actually kind of saw it as she's going up the stairs and then down the stairs, and then up the stairs and then down the stairs, right? So you, and then she does that twice. It's just a very standard go up, down pattern. but it gets stuck in your head, doesn't it? And in terms of rhyme scheme, she actually did a very standard rhyme scheme. A-A-B-B. You got face, break, out, and around. All right, let's give the chorus a listen now.
Yeah, I'm gonna come through. You'll never be alone, I'll be there for you. I'll be there, yeah, yeah, I'll be there for you. I'll be there, yeah, yeah, I'll be there for you. Oh, I say, yeah, yeah, I got enough love for two. You'll never be alone, I'll be there for you.
Interesting. She actually kind of has two choruses. Now, someone might argue that one was the pre-chorus and one was the chorus, but to me, it really does feel like two choruses because they're both saying the hook of the song, the point of the song, which is, I'll be there. Looking at the melodic structure of the chorus, she's done it again. It's another rise and fall. Oh, I'll be there. You need someone, na 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 na, right? So she really embraces that same shape, which makes the song, again, a great pop hit because it sits in a very comfortable space. Listen to the rhyme pattern. It's another AABB situation. There, air, through, ooh, right? So it's the air, ooh sound. So what I'm noticing is some cornerstones of some of the pop songs that we love. A very memorable melody, a unique twist where she just uses one chord for the entire verse. And when she gets to the chorus and starts to really build on the song, it makes it stand apart that much better because we've been in this one chord for 8 measures and then boom. For time's sake, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and listen to the second verse and the second chorus again, but I'll make the observation, the second verse is another similar rhyme scheme and same melodic structure. She doesn't go crazy and make a bunch of runs. And the second chorus is the exact same as the first chorus. This is an extremely singable song. Right now, you're probably gonna leave this video still singing the song in your head. She has found all these ways to make this song really pop out and stick in our heads using these basic music elements. Looking at the song structure so far, we have a very simple verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Now she throws in a bridge. The bridge continues to tell the story of I'll be there. When this, I'll be there, right? So it's really kind of saying the same message throughout the song. She's just telling all the situations where she's going to be there, which again makes this an extremely memorable song, which makes it easier for the listener to sing along, which means that it's gonna be a hit. So one thing I really wanna point out is what made me keep listening to this song. The thing that made me keep listening to the song is not so much the message, because I know what she's saying, I'll be there. She's not really telling a story. What made me keep listening to the song was how it built. So remember earlier I said, the first verse, it's just one chord, so you're waiting for that tension to break, right? Is this gonna say the one chord the whole time? No. In the chorus, you hear the bass really kind of brings it in. But the most unique way that she built, and what made you keep listening, is she kept building on the instrumentation.
Know the tears are rolling down your face. Oh, I'll be there. When you need a little love, I got a little love to share. I'll be there, yeah, yeah, I'll be there for you. I'll be when it's Friday night and the drink don't work the same.
The song builds and builds that by the time you get to the end of the song, it sounds like there's an entire choir singing this song. It's a real feel-good song. She's got all the harmonies, but she doesn't start out the gate with everything. She starts very subtle. So, that's a lot that we just learned about this one song. You saw me get pretty excited about some of the elements. What can I take away from this and try to play with? Some things I might try to do is take that rise and fall melody. So I'm gonna maybe try to write a song where the melody in the verse and the melody in the chorus both have the same melodic shape, but they use different notes. If I really wanna be a song stealer, I'm actually going to take the exact rhythm and the exact notes that she played and start playing around with them. Can I slow the song down? And can I reverse maybe? Maybe it's a descending and ascending melody, right? The idea is to take the thing that we loved and try to find a way to emulate it where by the time we're done putting it through our unique lens and putting it to a different backing track, putting it to a different tempo, putting it to your voice, no one will be able to know what inspired the song, and it's gonna be yours. Other ways I might be inspired by the song, maybe I'm gonna write a 1-chord verse. You saw how giddy I got about that, so interesting to me. Or maybe I'll try to build a song where I challenge myself to add one new piece of instrumentation for each song section. I just might try still in that cool little yodel thing and see if I can fit that into a song. I'm gonna have to learn how to do it eventually. So where do we go from here? Well, I'm actually going to detail this in the songwriting challenge that I'm starting with today's video. I'm gonna go through a video series that I'm calling the Songstealer. Over the next 5 weeks, I'm gonna write 5 songs, each inspired by a different musical element that I steal from a song that I analyze. In these videos, we'll briefly talk through my analysis of the song, what element I took, and then I'll take you all the way through my songwriting process and I will share with you the final product. And please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can follow along with me. I'd really love if you could join me on this journey. It's kind of scary putting myself out there, and having you all with me is really gonna be really inspiring for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I have been MLY, this has been Harry the Highland Cow, and you all have been Daily Songwriters. Happy songcrafting.
Never be